as a forward, can you just sort of sum up, what it is like that you think you're taking on a pack like Argentina, and what the fundamentals you have to get right to impose yourself on what is a very good ace?
Yeah, I think you probably mentioned it there. I think Argentina have a massive focus, especially on pass on set piece. They're very dominant in the area in a lot of places, especially the Jaguars as well. It's something that they obviously do very well. Scrum, maul, line outs. It would be something that we've been practicing all week for, and something that we're very up for.
Georgia has been selected in this game ahead of Courtney Laws. How much do you think that's down to the Saracens combination in the pack and what you can do with set piece potentially?
I think Eddie has a wider plan, I guess, in terms of picking a whole team. I think there's myself, Maro, Courtney, and Joe all offer different things and quite different players in itself. So I think Eddie would have picked a team based on, definitely on what Argentina bring, but also on the whole team, so whether we've got more ball carriers or whether we've got less ball carriers or things like that. So I'm grateful to be starting, but I think it's a 23 and then they're on a 31-man team effort.
George, it gets very serious now, obviously, and you might need to win 5 big games in a row to win the World Cup, certainly 4. Do you think the young players particularly are ready now for that step up in intensity, that kind of tournament intensity that you're going to walk into on Saturday?
I think they are. I think with some of the young players we've still had a lot of learnings, especially in the Six Nations just gone. We dissected that pretty well and had a good look at on how we can improve and the big factors in some of those games, and we've come through the other side a lot closer. We've spent a lot more time, and that's probably a bit of a cliche and you hear it the whole time, but we've worked incredibly hard on our togetherness, and it's something that I see in the first 2 games paying off. So I think we'll be prepared for it, and there's a lot of older lads within the squad who can give people nudges if there's any signs that they're not up to scratch, I guess.
Elliot, kicking in attack, all different types of kicking, particularly exposed space, maybe a 14-man line standing up in defence. How much have you had to spend time talking to you? I mean, is it about just getting that communication right? But it's obviously something that's really in this World Cup, isn't the use of the kick either possibly or over the top.
Yeah, I don't think it's just this World Cup. I think it's over the last couple of years. We tried to develop that in our game. I think you probably saw it in probably the Six Nations against Ireland. We used it quite a lot to kick in behind them, put pressure on, but every team's trying to do the same thing at the end of the day. So it's obviously you need that communication, but you get that by just training with each other, putting yourselves in those situations and seeing what you would do in those situations, and hopefully it's the right decision.
Elliot, you've obviously now had a pretty consistent long run at fullback. How important, I suppose, is that sort of show of faith from Eddie, and how much do you think you've developed into sort of an international fullback?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I think obviously when I first came into the team, I was on the wing and I just wanted to be in the team, and I remember Eddie saying I want to try at fullback now, and he's given me a good few games there now, and I'm really enjoying myself, really enjoying the responsibility and what it entails, and I think the back three at the moment is a very exciting place to be involved in. So wherever I play, whether that's in the team or on the bench, if I can get in the team, that's brilliant. And I think the way that Eddie showed faith in me at 15 has been good for my development, and hopefully I can pay him with some good games in this World Cup.
Yeah, for any of you, we watch your games, of course, and I would like to know if you are satisfied with your performances the first 2 games, because we felt that you won them like even without sweating, like you scored your four tries, bonus points, and we think that we can do much better than that. Are you satisfied with your performances, or do you know that you have to step up in gear now?
Firstly, I'd say there was plenty of sweating. It's hot conditions.
Yeah,
So.
I know it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Look, there's things we'll definitely look to improve on, and there's lots of stuff we've talked about. But we've got 10 points out of 2 games, so I think we're at no means complacent. But we understand we're in a good position, and the position that we can be in is the best we can be so far.
George, just to pick up on what you said earlier about the togetherness of the squad, can you contrast how it's different to a sort of club environment? Obviously Saracens are sort of known for their team unity, and how you go about building a similar sort of bond when you're sort of obviously coming in for a couple of weeks at a time and then disappearing back off to your clubs?
Look, it's a tough ask. I think you're not together for the whole year, let alone for 10 years. So it is a tough ask, and you've got probably some of the bigger personalities in each squad then going on to making the England team, and then you've got to work hard and bring them together. Maybe before we slightly underestimated that, but look, we've had a lot of time having a lot of open, honest conversations, which is probably takes you a step backwards to then take a few steps forward. So over the last kind of 3 or 4 months we've been working hard on that, and personally I haven't been more, I wouldn't say comfortable, I haven't been more I haven't felt like we've been in a better place ever. So I'm very happy to be part of this squad, and off the field I think we're fully functioning.
If you don't mind asking a follow-up, just how much difference does that make on the pitch? I'm thinking particularly with Saracens, the amount of games you've won in the last 20 minutes, is how much of a role does that play, or is that more fitness or other factors?
Look, I think there's an understanding in any organisation that if you've got a good culture, then off field and on field, then you're going to do better on field, and I think that's something that we've started to understand, and we're building more and more each game. And like I said, we've put a lot of hard work into it in the last 4 or 5 months, and like I said, personally, I feel like it's come to peak at a good time.
エリオット選手に、アルゼンチンのキックのうまいニコラス・サンチェス選手がメンバーから外れましたけど、何か明後日のゲームに大きな影響を与えますか？
No, obviously Sanchez is a big player for them. With him being out, they probably might lose some leadership, but at the end of the day, the player he's played around the world. He's a very, very good player. He's come on in these World Cups and made a difference to their attack as well. So we'll make sure we know what he's about. But I think we know what he's about. He's got a good kicking game. He'll put us under pressure, put some high kicks for people to chase, and he'll get their attack moving. So I don't think they'll lose too much.
For both locks, what can you say about Lavanini and Petty? They are playing well at the lineup. Tell us about them.
Yeah, they're obviously very good players. They present a very strong challenge this weekend. So we've done plenty of research on them, and we'll obviously have strategies to try and conflict what they're trying to do to us. So it'll be a good contest between the whole pack. I think both packs are big and physical, and we pride ourselves on our set piece, so it'll be a good battle.
Eddie often describes Jack now as an unusual player, just one for his versatility and also the sort of energy that he brings to a game. Now he's back in the squad. I just wondered if any of you could reflect on what he actually is like as a personality. Is he the same away from the field that we don't see? And what have you seen of his long battle with him? You've watched him doing his extras on the side of the training field for the last X weeks.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I think he wants to play as much as anyone else, and to battle against his injury and a couple of setbacks. but he's always been positive. He's a great member of the squad, and I think he's represented himself well, even though he couldn't play with us up until now. And you know, I'm glad he's got his chance, and I'm sure he'll get some time for the weekend. And you know, I'll guarantee that he puts it to good use.
Hi, Courtney. Just wonder what you made of Lewis Loveland's rise, first into the Northampton first team, now England in 23, a massive game like this, forcing out a player like Mike Wilson. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think everyone can see how well he's doing. You know, he's stepped into the international role. You know, and he looks at home. So, you know, there's nothing but big things in the future for him. And I just wanted to carry on enjoying his rugby and playing well and enjoying the environment here.
Elliot, if I could ask you to reflect on a slightly unhappy memory, your red card against Argentina. What are your memories of that? And did it knock your confidence at all, particularly when you were sort of going up in the air?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great, but yeah, it was just one of those things. Timed it wrong, and yeah, kind of knew straight away it was going to be a red card. But yeah, no, it hasn't really affected me too much. Obviously, at the time, I was pretty gutted, and I think Johnny had to go on the flank for most of that game, which was interesting as well. But yeah, I think no, it hasn't knocked me back at all. But yeah, we were just glad the team won on the day.
One more question.
There you go.
This one's for you, Elliot. I love the way you play for England. I think with the best speed, you're one of the best in the world. And regarding the game and the kicking game that is so important nowadays, I love the way you run the ball from your own half. What's your mindset for this game? Do you have already in mind, well, first of all, territory, or you will be yourself on the pitch on Saturday? All you can tell me, be an Argentine, no?
No, I think you have to be yourself. I think opportunities, whether it's in the first minute or the 80th minute, could win you the game. So it's backing what we can do as a team. That's why we train together, so we can trust each other when it gets to those moments and we do call a play and we go to it and we score a try and win the game, and we can look back on it and say, oh, that was the right decision. So yeah, just playing what we see, and yeah, just going through it like that.
Okay,
Thank you.